Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Netherlands. You didn't think we'd leave you without the end to the first ever Women's Series stop in Amsterdam. 3x3 unites the organizer, the Netherlands, the location, and there's 4 hopeful teams out there looking to pick up their first, and in some cases, second Women's Series stop win of the 2025 season. Stop number 2 out of 17 on the year. Action has been incredible here in Amsterdam as we wrapped up our quarterfinals earlier today. Puerto Rico taking care of Netherlands under 25. The Netherlands beating Italy, Poland, Chile, and Canada taking care of Czechia. And again, we're down to 4 hopefuls. One of those has won a Women's Series stop before on the year, and that team on deck first. And I bet you the home crowd is going to like this one. It's a little bit of a revenge game, possibly, as the Netherlands take on Puerto Rico. And again, the Puerto Ricans just knocked out Utrecht on the men's side, as well as Netherlands under 25 on the women's side. So the Dutch crowd got a little bit of a gripe with Puerto Rico. And we are about to get things going here. It's gotten a little more chilly since we last saw each other. Games this afternoon, the venue was ablaze. It was hot. The sun was out, but the clouds have rolled in and covered the NDSM wharf. It's not raining, but it's windy, it's chilly, and it changes the dynamics on the court. But you know what? I know one team that's going to bring the heat, and it is Puerto Rico. It's Villarini out first. And Puerto Rico, I told you, they took care of the Netherlands under 25 with a gutsy performance. Melendez snatched 6 big rebounds in that game. A 18-15 defeat of what was possibly the second favorite team in the crowd here. But that lady right there, Ashley Horace, 8 points, 2 big twos to take care of that game. And this Puerto Rico squad somehow, some way got it done. Scrapped, clawed, fought. Were outmatched size-wise, but their hearts were bigger. Now they go and try to take on a second Dutch team. And that Dutch team is the number 1 squad in the world. There's Ilse, the new add to the squad, back after a couple of years away from 3x3. Ilse was big in their win as the Netherlands earlier today beat down on Italy 21-11. Ilse 2 twos down, 4 points. Joined by ELS, Evelien Lukke-Schiphol. Boonstra actually leading the way in that game with 8 points, 5 of 5 from 1-point land. And she knocked down the mid-range game. And last but not least, your world number 1, it's Noortje Driessen. Back on the pitch, the Dutch on a quest to make their second finals in 2 stops. Team Netherlands playing in the white. Again, these teams have met up before. I've played in the Marseille and Bordeaux stops last year. Those are both Dutch wins. But again, Puerto Rico just got a little taste of what winning in the Netherlands feels like. I'm going to guess it tastes like stroopwafel. So both teams get their last shots up as we get ready to get going. We got 3 10-minute sprints left from the dam. This semifinals, as well as the next after this one, then we got a short break, and then we will play the finals. We will crown a champ at right around 10:20 p.m. local time. So stick with us right here. And if you can't, check out all of the action at FIBA 3x3W. And if you want to check out the men's side as well, at FIBA 3x3. We get ready to get sprinting. 3 more 10-minute sprints to go. 5, 4, 3, X, 3. The action continues from the Dam, and the Dutch will start the game. Boonstra, they get it to Kite. A look at a 2 for her. Hand in her face, misses the shot, and then a foul called on the rebound. Foul number 1 on Puerto Rico. Again, they are a little bit outmatched size-wise, but they're going to have to contend with hustle, heart, and physicality, which is what they did to perfection in that game against Netherlands under 25. Now they got to contend with the senior squad, though. Ailset got what looked like a sure score off the rim. No score yet, either team. Torres might change that from range. Back iron. Boonstra skies for the rebound. And Boonstra underneath. All business. Gets the bucket to go down. First point, Netherlands. Guys, good Driessen. They get it back to Kite. Working off the screen. Lob pass. This is what the Dutch excel at, the pick and roll game. And they execute with their size. ELS under the basket. 2-zip. Villarini with the step through, but Kite coming back into play and blocked it. Torres, a heave. No. And that will be a shot clock violation. Good defense on the Dutch. Not giving any space to Ashley Torres, but look at the alley-oop play here. ELS finishing that off with style. Driessen. Spinning and winning off the glass. Puerto Rico still looking for their first bucket. A minute and a half in. Melendez trying to force one. Bumps, no. Boonstra, as good as she was from 1 in that first game they played today in the quarterfinals, she was 1 of 5 from 2. And an unsportsmanlike foul here on Evelien Lichtje-Schiphol. She tried to pull on the emergency brake, but was a little bit too late. So a pair of free throws coming up for Villarini, and a chance for Puerto Rico to get on the board. Back to a one-point game we go. The Dutch. Mismatch in the post. Lichtje-Schiphol turns. Righty hook, that's good. Used a lot of rim to get in, but it still went down. Torres. Couldn't find the shot. Penzo was good from mid-range earlier, but this one was forced. And the Dutch stick close with her. Guides, overshoots it. Boonstra open underneath the basket, is hacked on her way up. Another foul on Puerto Rico. And Janice Ndiba Boonstra to the free throw strike. And calmly gets that to go down. So, a 5-2 game. Torres is a weapon, but hasn't gotten loose yet. Torres, no, can't find her. Ashley Torres, so far in the tournament, one of the leading scorers. And her play's been stellar all the way through pool play as well as today. Torres here, finally some daylight. Crosses left to right, the flotation device on the mid-range. The shot's off, but a foul on the play. So mentioned Torres being one of the top scorers. She is actually second in scoring. 8.7 per. Rico flicks it out to ELS. Can't find the bottom of the net. Melendez takes over. Villarini. Villarini, no space, and that is a 3-second violation. Only so many pivots you can do in the paint. So a turnover on Puerto Rico. Oh, another alley-oop play. Can't finish. Rico now leans and lays, but it hits the back of the rim. She wanted a foul called. Didn't get it. And then an offensive foul as Melendez just charges through ELS. Schiphol on the floor. Referees want to take a quick look at this. An opportunity for the teams to get a couple of words in. Possibly change a tactic. Something to watch out for in this game is the fact that the Netherlands are very secure with their possessions, only 1.3 turnovers per. Puerto Rico a little bit more loose with the ball. They throw it away 5 times per game. They also foul quite a little bit more. But again, I don't think you can measure the impact of this Puerto Rico squad statistically. There's no measuring heart. Schiphol holding her nose. Bloody nose for her. So curious to see what the call is here as Licky Schiphol's being worked on. Apparently she's got some more scrapes. So a bit of a dead situation here. Licky Schiphol will remain on the bench, so Boonstra will step up and take some free throws. That is going to be called an unsportsmanlike, so 2 free throws coming up for the Netherlands. Janice Boonstra secure from the free throw strike. Boonstra's had a good tournament. 5 of 7 free throws knocked down at 6.3 per. And like mentioned, shooting it at a high clip from the mid-range in this one. Torres looking for space though. Melendez, 1 on the shot clock, has to take a shot here. Turns into it, no. But a rebound to Puerto Rico. Torres launches one. And there's Drisa hanging and heading through the contact. No whistle on the play. A 7-3 lead for the Netherlands. And his first semifinal action from Amsterdam. Melendez speeds by everyone. Norchip drives baseline. Boonstra wide open. No box out in the score for Janice Boonstra. Giving her start to the day. A good start to the day. Good following here in the second game. And as mentioned, 8 points in that quarterfinals win against Italy. And now the driving force behind this lead against Puerto Rico. Torres going left to right, almost crossed herself. Torres smack. You take that somewhere else, Torres. Look at Ilsekat. Blocked that like a YouTube ad. Driessen, and again the mismatch working for the Dutch. And then Driessen jumps on that Wilson. Still in possession of it, a jump ball called. Driessen will have had possession, so that will be Puerto Rico possession, or ball, I mean. World number one will take a seat after that. Melendez to Torres. Puerto Rico wants to stand a chance. Torres has to get loose, has to get some buckets. Torres looking for an opportunity, finally spins free, but no. Rebound squeezed by the Dutch. Boonstra. Oh, that was a cut for the ages. Ilsekat wide open. Catching Melendez sleeping and finished the reverse. They get it to Torres again. Torres left to right cross. Oh, Torres off of one leg. Melendez can't clean up the miss. The Dutch control the glass. Driessen stepped back onto the pitch, as has Lucky Schiphol. And a 2 down right away. The Netherlands with a huge lead in this one, 12-4. Melendez. The shooting struggles continue for Puerto Rico, who just cannot get a bucket to go down, and then a foul on the Puerto Ricans again. That's easy money for the Dutch, who are feasting underneath that basket. Guys, they go to the mismatch again. It's becoming repetitive here as the Dutch machine just keeps on going and going and going. Pick and roll, working to perfection, and scores under the basket aplenty for the Dutch as they take a 10-point lead. La pass in the Ndiba. And Puerto Rico looking for answers as they have hit a major scoring drought. Only 4 points to their name after 6 minutes of play. Torres stifled this game so far. Kickball violation. Second TV timeout. And as mentioned, the Dutch in a commanding lead here in front of a filled-up venue here at the iconic NDSM Wharf. This Women's Series stop, as well as the Men's World Tour Masters, a part of the Urban Sports Week Amsterdam, as the festivities for 750 years of the city of Amsterdam continue. And the home crowd knows who they want to pick up a win here, as the ladies in white are now on defense but hold a commanding 10-point lead. They're in the driver's seat. Torres. All Puerto Rico's hopes lie with her. But space to operate is slim. Torres takes the contact, though, and forces her way to the free throw strike. Torres finally on the board there, 5 points for Puerto Rico. The Dutch swing it around again. And a pushing foul in the rebound. Both teams at the bonus. 6 fouls apiece. Next defensive foul will mean 2 free throws on either side. Guys, Boonstra under the basket. Oh, spin cycle. Twisting like a tornado. And Boonstra putting the Dutch lead at 10 again. Melendez, travel called. That score wiped off the board. And the scoring drought for Puerto Rico continues here in the semifinals. The Dutch defense, best defense of the women's series so far, is stifling. Two-man game, Torres and Melendez. Left to right, right to left. Torres stops on a dime, but it hits the back of the rim. And then another foul called on the rebound, and the world number 1 will casually walk over to the free throw stripe. Easy breezy, lemon squeezy. 17 points for the Dutch, who are looking to end this one and end it early. Orcha, second one down as well. Torres stuck again. Melendez goes and slips the screen. Melendez, no good, didn't hit the rim, a shot clock violation. And the Dutch ladies, both on offense and their defense, I mean, in their Michael Kors. Yeah, that's a bag. Lisa puts it back out. And another 2-ball splash for the younger Scout sister. 20 points to the Netherlands, who are dismantling Puerto Rico as we speak. Torres gets some daylight, but it's not going to matter much, as the Dutch can end it here. Game point for the Netherlands. They go to count again. She opts for a drive, easy layup. And the Netherlands take Puerto Rico apart and get some vengeance, as Puerto Rico took down the Netherlands under 25. And Carolina on the men's side, a Puerto Rican team as well, sent Utrecht home. But the Dutch ladies prevail. Ilse Kout finished out strong with that 2-ball, and then came through with a bucket-flavored scoop. A round of applause for the ladies from the crowd. And your final score in this one, 21-5. What a victory for the Netherlands ladies, who are looking like a prime candidate to pick up a W here in the Dam. We'll see if that is the case in just a little bit. But for now, they are the first team to get to the finals. Y'all enjoy the highlights as we take a look at the beautiful venue yet again, as we get ready for our second semifinal action here. That is going to be Canada and Poland meeting up. That game slated to start in just over 5 minutes. Don't you go anywhere. Stick around. On deck for the second semifinals. I told you not to go anywhere. We remain in the dam at the NDSM Wharf to close out the action on this first ever Dutch Women's Series stop, and it's Poland and Canada meeting up. Heavyweight clash, seeds number 2 and 3. Canada coming out in Pool B, Poland out of Pool C, and Poland out first. It's Tafadzwa Mavunga, who was huge, literally and figuratively, in their 21-12 victory over Chile in the quarterfinals. 8.6 boards. Did not miss from inside the arc, and blocked a cool 2 shots with that as well. Kirchen joins her. There's Anna Poloska. She was the second leading scorer at 7 points, highly efficient. And Alexandra Ziemborska, the athletic marvel for Poland. And Polska's on the pitch. They dressed in red, ready for war. But they have to contend with quite the squad. Team O Canada. It's Saisha Grant Allen coming out first. Not her strongest game, I'd say, in the quarterfinal 22-14 win over Czechia. But that was just on offense. Her defense was incredible. She's joined by Cassandra Brown. And there is Kat Plouffe. 4 points, but 12 big rebounds for Plouffe. 7 of them offensively, and there was your offensive weapon in that win over Czechia. 9 points, 5 boards for Paige Crozon, your world number 2. And Canada hungry for their first women's series stop win here in 2025. They got to get through the polls first, though. This matchup, historically, has gone one way. I'll let you guess. All right, so did you guess Canada? Because then you were correct. Both those games coming in 2023, Edmonton and Montreal, both in pool play. Canada took care of Poland. What a moment it would be for the polls to change that. It's going to take a lot, though, as this Canada team got the size, the shooting ability, the smarts, and the defense. So can Poland find enough offense against the length of the Canadians? We shall see in just a few here as these teams get their last tactics sorted out. All right, we are ready to get things going here. The countdown started. And the last semifinals from Amsterdam about to begin right now. Well, almost. It's Canada with the possession first. Here we go. Oh, Mavunga with the quick hands. Poland making it clear it's not going to be an easy game to start. Ziemborska misses the midi, though. Crozon. To Plouffe. Plouffe to the basket, up and under. Oh, the shimmy shakes, but no make. So both teams with a near miss to start the contest. Here's Ziemborska. Poloska. Lefty scoop off the mark. Kirchen grabs the board, though, and puts the first points in off the glass. Poland up 1-0. Grant Allen against Ziemborska in the post. Gets to her spot, but can't finish the play. Poloska, play broken up by Kat Plouffe, and it is out of bounds. That will leave 7 on the shot clock for Poland. Szymborska puts her head down, gets to the cup. Not enough on that shot, though. Mavunga on the fade, no. Gertjen's been really good in the rebound so far in this game. She has gotten her hand on almost every loose ball and kept the ball in play for her team yet again, as Poland will get a fresh 12. Mavunga will take the check. Gertjen pick and roll action. One pass too many, but Mavunga with the good hands picks up that Wilson. 2-zip Poland. Crozon. That's snuffed out. You get that out of here. There's Grant Allen. Attacking Mavunga with the right hand and got hit in the side of the head as well. I don't think it's often that Tafadzwa Mavunga encounters players that are taller than her. And she stands 191, but look, Saisha Grant Allen, 1 meter and 96 centimeters tall. And again, for those of you that go by feet, you can figure this one out. Anyway, Szymborska, scoop shot is good. Poland not backing down from this Team Canada at all. Crozon. And drug the pivot foot. So a turnover as a result. Poloska, Mavunga fading on the shot again, no good. Gertjen again with the board. Claudia Gertjen's activity has been really, really good, but an offensive foul, that shot will not count. Blue, who's already won 17 women's series. The Crozon to tie the game up. Canada won the women's series finals in 23 and 22. Second in 19 and 21, a ho-hum third in 2024. By their own standards, I'd say. But look at Poloska. A little bit extra rim, but it goes down, and again, a Polish lead. Crozon, good cut. Gertjen looking for some space. That is missed. Mavunga gets it back to Gertjen, who's hacked on the way up. So the Poles putting pressure on the Canadians in a 4-5 game. We're about 2.5 minutes in. Gertjen off the mark. But Mavunga with the quick footwork. Check my footwork. Check my footwork. Oh. Man, that was quick. Mavunga with a score underneath and a 2-point lead for the team in red. Grant Allen to Crozon. Crozon hangs and hits. Crozon's been on a tear today. Told you 9 points in that quarterfinal. Foul now on Canada. Poloska from the stripe. All net. Brown now. Grant Allen forces one up. Gets her own rebound, but it's off the mark. And again, Grant Allen with the size. Gertchen holding on to her head. Szymborska lost to Wilson. A wild shot. She will get a foul called. A free throw coming up for Alexandra Szymborska. A 25-year-old. Gertchen still holding on to her forehead. And as the discussions on the court continue, we have gotten to our first TV timeout in a tight contest. A 7-6 lead for Poland, who are giving it their all at the start of this game to change history, as have not beaten Canada at all. They're trying to get all their strength mustered up to do so just now and get to the finals for a matchup with the Dutch. Szymborska on the stripe, off the mark. There's Grant Allen all by herself. Pick and roll both ways. Mavunga says, I got you. I can do that too. Brown stuck. All Crows on the cut like a Band-Aid. Szymborska, no go. Brown, who had a good game in the quarterfinals, second leading scorer on the team. That pass from Crozon did not go anywhere. Again, that fader from Mavunga. We've seen this a couple times now. It's an unorthodox shot, but it goes down. The touch. Oh, Sharon is caring. Thank you, ma'am. 9-9. And out of bounds here. Substitutions on both ends as Crozon and Szymborska will take a seat. Take a look at the footwork. Fader. And then the chemistry for the Canadians. Poloska. Oh, behind the back, lost her. But it took too long, no space for a shot. Credit to the defense for Canada there. It's one of the things that's really come through in a tournament so far is Canada putting on the clamps with all their length and their ability to stick with the offensive players. That's a warning for delay of game. Mavunga, you have to check first, and then you have to wait a little bit before you go for a steal. She does it correctly that time. Plouffe, a step back, chases down a rebound. Plouffe on the drive, this time hangs and hits. Poloska now tries to get it up and over Plouffe, but those arms are very long. Brown takes her time, drives slow. That layup just off the mark, though. And we've seen a couple of misses like that from Canada that are, I'd say, normally are makes. Almost uncontested shots that are chucked over the rim. High post action now for Canada. Oh, Plouffe all by herself. Great drawn up play there. Szymborska, no space. Wrapped up by Plouffe, but a foul called. So we are under the halfway mark in this one. Canada hold on to a 2-point lead here after being down early. Poloska Tries to erase the deficit off the board, can't get it to go. Brown. Another one of those cuts for Canada. Crows on, though, denied by Mavunga. Brown gets possession of the rock. And then Poloska opts to take a foul there because she didn't want any part of that mismatch with Grant Allen. Fresh 12 for the Canadians. What a slip. Ploof. Poloska now on the move. Poland struggled on offense here a little bit. Zimborska, this could help, but no. Brown. Brown left to right. Turns into a scoop shot that is good off the glass. And Canada now pulling ahead slightly. We've seen this in our last two games. They play up the par to right around the midway point of the game. And then somehow they keep going where other teams can't. Holding on to a 4-point lead now is the Canadians. As we jump into our second TV timeout. It was Poland's game to start in this one. They went up slight. Only a 1 or 2 point lead, 3 at most to start the game. But Canada and their resilience, they claw themselves back into this one. It's been a lot of off-ball screening that's gotten them going. Cuts to the basket, off-ball movement for free layups. And credit the constructors of this Canadian offense, which is clicking right now. Poland reverting to one-on-one plays, and it is not working for now. Game's not over yet, though. 2 possessions separate these two teams. Canada in possession, though. Grant Allen. Throws on to Grant Allen. Grant Allen back to the zone, and she lines one up. Urchin. Oh, she's a speedy one. Grant Allen lights out like last call. 15-10. Gertchen can't get it to go. Punched out of there by Grant Allen. Mavunga scraps, but can't get it in among the trees. We're approaching the 3-minute mark. Canada want to make a decisive, well, I'd say score, but an offensive foul called. Borska signaled to Mavunga she needed a seat. I think because her shoelace is untied. Mavunga turns it over. Drops to Wilson. It rolls off her foot, and that's out of bounds. Possession to Canada. Referees are discussing whether that was the first flopping warning on Poland. And now a technical foul extended and a free throw coming up. Sandra Brown gets a signal from her team. The Polish look a bit stunned here. I'm not saying I'm a body language doctor, but their body language is not looking all that energetic, let's just say that. Can they dig deep? There's a 6-point deficit against this Canadian team. It is a tough one. Plouffe, the zone wide open. Uh-oh. That one's still going. Might end up in the water behind the venue. Poloska, smart play. Poland back within 5. If they want to get back in this game, they got to do it now, but they got to make a stop first. Brown, speedy. 17-11. The wealth of offensive options on this Canadian team is just surmounting, I would say. Brown speeds past everyone with the scoop-de-doo. Jim Borska. Enough jelly for a middle school lunch on that one. Poland ain't going away. Kloof under the basket. Oh, the spin move. Stuck to the plan like the 8 and finished up the play 18-12 for Canada now. We're getting closer and closer to that 21-point mark. Mavunga has been quiet in this one. That comes too late. A shot clock violation. Look at the spin cycle for Kat Kloof. So Grant Allen on the stripe for 2. She has struggled slightly from the free throw stripe. % only from the free throw stripe up to those 2, but Canada now at game point. Pauloska left open. Can't get it to go. Mavunga pulls down to Wilson. Pauloska yet again. This time she drives a 1-point make. But that's not going to put a huge dent in that deficit. And Canada could finish it up now. Crozon on the drive. Hangs, scoops, no. Grant Allen underneath. And Canada punched their ticket to the finals for a matchup with the Dutch. Poland stuck in this game for the first 4 or 5 minutes, like we've seen teams do with this Canada squad. But then the size, the combination of skill and defense was just too much, and Canada, a 21-13 victory. We will see them in the finals, and we will say goodbye to Poland, who pick up a 3rd place finish, I believe. We'll get you those standings in just a little bit. But too much of this team Canada, who are just a load to handle with that surplus of offensive options. They will get a quick rest, and we will watch the moving pictures before we take a short break. Take a look back at the happenings in this game. Both teams came out ready for war. History in favor of the Canadians, though. And Canada did get it started with Grant Allen with the scoop. But it was Poland to start the game. And this is the stuff that got Canada back into it. Crozon on the cut. Pauloska then knocked a 2 down. But the size for the Canadians, especially with Grant Allen down there. 3rd attempt was a go on that one. Mavunga with the footwork. But Canada kept coming like waves in Hawaii. And another one of those open looks. The deficit was big by this point. Poland could never get back. Brown speeding to the rack for a lay. Look at the footwork. This camera shows it perfectly. Crozon hangs, can't hit, but it's Grant Allen to put the Poles to bed. All smiles for Canada, as we will see them in the finals. Well, that game a ways away. Take a look at the brackets for now. Netherlands going to Italy and Puerto Rico. Canada taking down Czechia and Poland to get to those finals. Now that game is slated to start in, I'd say, 45 minutes or something. 9:55 p.m. local time. There we go. See, I was waiting for that. 9:55 local time. So we will take a quick break. Don't you go anywhere, though. Some cool stuff happening here. Breakdancing coming up. You can visit. You can see all that on the stream. We will be out of here until 9:55, and we'll be back for the finals. I expect you to be there.